So Lama Chepa Guru puja. Puja means pleasing the Guru's holy mind. Puja, not just making noise, not just beating the drum, cymbal, and the yelling and making noise, The like tape recorder, like tape recorder, making noise also. Not that puja, not mispleasing the holy mind to the Guru. So that is, yeah. So that's yes. That so the. So therefore, you see, it is not only my long life puja, but it is also your long life puja. It is everybody's long life puja because it purifies that heavy negative karma, disturbs the Guru's holy mind. You see, not only this life, collected from beginningless rebirth, collected in the past. This life in the past, from beginningless rebirth, all that negative karma purified. You understand? Oh, you have to understand like that. Oh, so it is very, very important, your long life puja. I mean, the purification. Very important purification. Yeah, like that. For you, and then it causes to achieve the immortal life, immortal life. Sorry, Bachelor holy body, no death, and so beyond. Life beyond from death and birth, cycle of death and birth, free. So, Vajra holy body, Buddha's holy body, Vajra holy body, immortal. Not just arhat, not just arhat, Buddha's holy body, Vajra holy body, the immortal. We see Buddha's holy body. So the cause to achieve that, so cause the ultimate cause is the to achieve that body, and then temporarily, even this life, that causes for you long life for you, peaceful life, your life obstacles, and it causes long life for you. Even now. Besides that ultimate goal, immortal Vajra holy body, Buddha's holy body, to each of that person the being. Yeah, there may be other things, but anyway, so that. For your long life, this life, so karma is expandable. So therefore, life to life, so can live much, much longer. Even born as a human being, then you see can live much, much longer, or the create cause for that. So you have to know in that way. Yes, it's very important purification for you. That. And then, because normally I try to suggest, but yeah, anyway, just by the way, so usually there's even elaborate. You can do long life puja, elaborate, middle, short, anyway. So up to convenience. So there's there's if it's elaborate, there's a prayer, long life prayer. So that different offerings and traditionally dedicated for the teaching Buddha to develop the teaching Buddha and so forth. You see the different dedication, the prayer recited and dedicated. Then so anyway, the offering the throne, the double bhaja throne. So anyway, all the offerings, you see, what you do is, what you should do, think is, I'm just telling you now, but sometimes I forget or just become late to tell you. I sometimes remember there's no chance to tell before. Then after all that's done, then, so anyway, it's very important, you see, even you're not there to offer, but you see, whatever offering done, you visualize numberless. You visualize the throne, the golden vajra, or whatever is the dhammacha, whatever. You see, you visualize the best quality and the numberless, like mandala offering. Best quality, mandala offering, best quality, and numberless. That's what Lama Tsongkhapa mentioned, Lama Chenmo. Didn't say much, didn't say how to offer this. Very essential, two words. Lama Tsongkhapa said, good quality and many. That's a very important part of mandala. And the prostration, Lama Tsongkhapa didn't say much, but just say, visualize many. Your body, you see, numberless, covered the whole earth. Your body, numberless. Didn't say it, but what Lama Tsongkhapa said, numberless. But you see, so if your body, if you visualize your body numberless, cover the whole earth during prostration, then you see you get a merit. If you don't have them in the body, but you visualize and cover the whole earth. So, for example, if you visualize one more body during prostration with this body, you collect the same amount of merit, as the Lama Tsongkhapa said. If you visualize one more body during prostration, you see that visualized body during prostration collect the same amount of merit as this body does prostration, collect merit. Same. So first you have to know how much merit you collect this body only does prostration. So on one body during prostration, you get the same amount of merit as this actual body during prostration. So like that, if you visualize billions of your body during prostration, then you get a merit as you have blind body and did prostration. So exactly the same merit you got. So that's what Lama Tsongkhapa mentioned. That's what Lama Tsongkhapa mentioned. I see. Now, it may be hard to believe, but just visualize how you get the same merit as this body. So, for example, water, one member water offering, you see, now it appears water to us, human beings, but it appears pus and blood to predators. It appears nectar to the suras. You know, suras, those samsaric devas, it appears nectar. Though, of course, it appears the highest nectar, most pure nectar to the Buddha. You know, you understand? You have to know that. That's mentioned in Madhyamika subject and so on. So that's very important subject. So that's true. Not just, but that helps many things to understand. easy to understand. Not get your mind get caught into something. Oh, how is it possible? No, this if you understand, then you can think of this about mandala, mountain arrow, all this. There are many things, different you can accept. The different kalachakra, different mental, there's no abhidhamma kosha, different all the. So anyway, so many things from that example you can understand. Okay, so that's what I said. That is the reality. So when you offer water, when you offer water. But even, as I said before, a long time ago, 1 gram rice, 1 sunflower to offer Buddha, even statue of Buddha, picture of Buddha, so no matter how tiny, no matter how big it is, you get the same amount of merit as you actually saw Buddha and you may offer him to Buddha. Exactly same. You get the amount of merit. You you see Buddha, you get unbelievable merit. Then you pick Buddha's statue picture, or if you offer, then maybe you don't get merit, or you get very little merit. No. There's a Buddha's quotation. I don't remember. There's 4 words. Buddha said, in the future, when you don't see me, here you are, making offering to a statue of Buddha and giving to me exactly the same. That with the give offering to the statue, exactly the same merit you get offering to me. Buddha said that quotation. That's a quotation, I don't know which text, but yes, I don't know by it, but there's 3 or 4 words, words. Buddha said, you have to remember that. So then you get inspired for making offerings. So even you don't have anything, just even 1 cup of one bowl of water over to Buddha. If you don't have anything, what you eat for tea, or you eat the bowl, what you use for drinking, eating, you clean well, then you offer water. When you don't know using, you clean well, then you offer to Buddha. So Tsongkhapa, when he was practicing, he lived in ceremonies in Tibet. On the backside, there's a mountain. So very high up, there's a Tsongkhapa's monastery. His hermitage was his monastery. Way up there, I didn't go. The Sarah, you see, there's a whole mountain huge. So Tsongkhapa is a great, unbelievable great Lama. So he always gives teaching, starts with bodhicitta all the time. And so many times he gives the bodhisattva, and during that time the Lama Zopa talk and like that. It's very, often does like that. So anyway, Tsongkhapa, so when he was practicing, he was ascetic life. So then he has no material things. So one bowl, he will eat food, and then he clean well, then he put a fill water in the open water. So like that, you see, even you have nothing. So, you see, but as I said, 1 gram of rice and the tiny flower offer a picture of Buddha, no matter how small. So you see, I already explained the benefits. Unbelievable, most unbelievable benefits. I told already a few weeks ago. Already introduced. So I'm sure there are different people there who many of those people whom I explained, not there, not here now. However, I explained, so I'm not going to repeat again. So then exactly the same benefit you get as you met Buddha, offering to Buddha, exactly the same merit you get. You have to know that. You have to remember that. You think this making offerings start with this belief? That's just belief. You may think like that. It's just traditional. It's just belief. Yeah. It's not true, maybe not true. it's a bad thing like that. That's just traditional belief, but maybe nothing. It is no value or no bad thing like that. So anyway, so what I'm saying is, by offering acid, as I appear to water to you, offer to Buddha, as I mentioned, the tiny rice, one tiny flower, offering benefits, unbelievable merits. This is offering the flower, kasuri, the lights and the incense and all those, and doing prostrations, so that. And then merely sing tanga or holy objects, merely sing, you collect numberless great merit. And then if you on top of that, if you do procession, if you do flower offering, whatever, incense, light, then you create even greater numberless greater merit. So the other one, sing the holy object, just by sing, you collect numberless great merit, becomes so small. Compared to this one. So now, you see, unbelievable. The offering is water. What happened to offer to that? Unbelievable. But Buddha sees nectar. It appears nectar to Buddha. It appears nectar to Buddha. So you offer, Buddha sees this is nectar. So I offer this. Buddha sees this is nectar. It appears to Buddha nectar, so I offer this nectar to Buddha. Oh, then amazing. Benefit. The benefit is much beyond that today. And then water offering, see, offering is water. Then now he offering nectar. You don't see nectar, but you say, what appears Buddha is nectar, offering to that Buddha. Oh, that's the way to do when you offer water, if you can. So that's unbelievable. So what I'm saying, so now, that's the example. That's the example. You get the benefit if you offer nectar. So now the procession, Lama Tsongkhapa says, you visualize them in the body during procession. You get the same merit as you have that in the body to the procession. You understand? You get the similarity. So mandala now, you see, the amount of merit, all that wish-fulfilling cow, wish-fulfilling cow. It's not only milk. Come on, it's not only milk. The tail is the character wish granting. I forget. The tail is cow tail even tail is wish granting, wish can tree. Yeah, that's like that. Unbelievable. It's not only you think it's cow milk, to make chai, to make chai, to make chai every day and every night. To make chai, you think it's no, it's not for that. So there's many quality about the cow. You see, those you collect unbelievable, which food and cow. So unbelievable. So offering that which food and cow, then you see you call unbelievable marriage. The aim is to achieve enlightenment. So you fulfill all your wishes, and you're able to kasuri. You become wish fulfilling for all the you become wish fulfilling for all the sentient beings, numberless sentient, and then you free them from ocean, samsara, bring to enlightenment. You understand? So you see, you become more beneficial to the sentient beings by achieving realization. It's higher and higher. Then you see, free the numberless from oceans, samsara, bring to enlightenment. That's the ultimate. Then, before that, then able to cause so many happiness to other sentient beings. So that even just a cow, I'm just bringing which one is not just milk. You may think it was just for milk, to drink a lot of tea. To drink a lot of tea, then we offer cow. So anyway, I'm just a little joke, but I'm going to. It might help. Some people might think it's just for milk. And so you see, so whatever the prayer says, there's commentary. So you visualize, offer to the Guru, the highest, to whom you call it the most excellent merit, greatest people. So you visualize, all this you visualize the offer. What if you know the commentary? If you know the commentary, so you see, what I meant. So what the commentary explained each offering. Unbelievable. You see, if you offer like this, then you see, personally, I feel like greater. How to say, achievement, really, after you visualize the cells like this as the commentary, you see. Then you see even one mandala with elaborate visualizing as much as you can. Then you feel after that you feel kind of you gain kind of something you feel how to say something like you achieved or even something great, you see. Something, you see, something great thing you achieved or something huge differences there. You feel that. So anyway, so you get the marriage. Having offered mandala, there's just nothing. There's grains, there's maybe sand, there's maybe grains, maybe the corn shells or something. Nothing there. It's not even one gold, not even one piece of gold, you know. But you visualize, as explained in the commentary, so you get the marriage. Why mandala is so important? God is so important. Why it offered? Why that's so important? So normally it's mentioned. So for collecting merits, then use the example the offering mandala. So if you visualize, you see, the commentary. Unbelievable. So you get the merit, but the important why I'm saying this, you get the most unbelievable merit. You get the merit. Actually, you were offered. Oh, what you have visualized, not all the grains, not just the grains or sand or whatever whatever you visualize, you get the merit having offered to the Guru. You get all that merit. Even though there's no gold, no silver, nothing there, just grain, nothing, sand or nothing else. But by visualizing the mandala, especially in the commentary, you get all the merit having actually offered them mountain meadow, all those golden hills, the 777 horses, all the continents. Oh, so you get the merit. So unbelievable. You get the merit having offered, as it's planned, as it comes to, you actually get the merit having actually offered that much to gurus in those minutes. See, that's the main point. So then in the Lama use the mandala as an example to collect merit, to extend merit. So, you see, the reason I brought mandala, you have to understand, You have no goal, nothing. They just stand, or maybe they just grin or nothing. You see, but because what you visualize, all that do, so by offering Guru, you got the merit having offered that much. All other, you see. For the ascetic monks, they don't have even the base, they use flat stone on the mountains, you see. You offer Dharma or you see, to the landlord, to the spirit or something, deva or landlord, the spirit landlord. So you ask, you get permission, or you offer Dharma or something, you ask to give you this flat stone for your mandala offering. Then you see, they didn't think the landlord get permission for you to use. Then you bring and use for mandala the flat stone, and they use like that ascetic monks, ascetic practitioners. You see, like that. What is that? But you see that what is there? Nothing but this commentary, mandala, all the continents, all the mountains, so you get the same. You have nothing, but by visual offering Buddha, you get the same merit as if you had all that. You understand? Yeah, that's what you should get inside your brain or in your heart. So that's why they use for collecting merit mandala, you see. It's pure purification, they use bodhicitta, and then collect merit mandala or things like that, you see, for to realization, to be able to change your mind, to be able to change this very strong selfish, so strong selfish, so it's like impossible to, how can I change this mind? You see, so strong selfish, like impossible to, like looks like impossible to change this. So, however, through this mandala purification, the bodhicitta, all the things through those preliminary practice. So then sooner or later, able to change your mind into cherishing others, bodhicitta, cherishing others, numberless sentiments. Now we cherish I, only one sentiment, that is you, or I. You give up all the others, you don't care, so, it's like myself, you see that? So then sooner or later, through practice, if you continue to practice, then your mind will become more soft, like making my watchable offering again, continuously, or the mind become more soft, so hard like rock, iron, so hard, or then become more soft like cotton, you see, become very. Also, they're able to generate not just general good heart, bodhicitta, cherishing most all the numberless sentiments, and renounce I, cherishing numberless sentiments. So, like that. So then, I'm trying. What I begin the prostration. So, Lama Tsongkhapa said many. You visualize many. You see, Lama Tsongkhapa didn't give much commentary, but the very essence he mentioned, because he spent more time. What the other meditators make mistakes. That the Lama Tsongkhapa elaborated, such as the Kamakapai Shined, then especially emptiness, that right view, the person gets Or then also they explain the private schools, they emptiness and they view. Or then differentiating, you see, what is prasangika? Without realizing that, without realizing the subtle dependence in the person, or then there's no way to eliminate that the root of ignorance. What creates samsara, from where samsara came, or your samsara came from, your ignorance, and holding the I truly exists was not, while it exists in its main name. So the Lama Tsongkhapa put much effort in the things that other meditators, other famous meditators made mistakes. Difficult to realize or to, you see. Then he put much effort in that to explain. So therefore, for us to study Lamdrim, at our centers, qualified teachers teach Lamdrim. So it is unbelievable. The essence of Dharma, essence of the Kanju Tenjuru this Buddha is teaching more than 100 volumes, more than 200 volumes, the Nagarjuna Asanga, so all those pundits comment, so all the essence in the Lamdrim, qualified teacher who started in their whole life in the monastery with the many learned monks, and so they teach us with their experience to teach us. We have opportunity to learn. You see, the FPMT centers, you see, that not on that, and then, you see now the philosophy, the background, it all becomes common to Lamdrim. See, elaborate the 5 major texts and sutra, and then the Tantra, Mahayana Tantra. So amazing, the details. What Lama Tsongkhapa wrote, explained, teach you what amazing, that amazing, the opportunities is amazing, that's hard to believe you have a chance like this, you have an opportunity like this. You are born human being. First of all, it's an impossible thing to be born a human being, or especially perfectly human rebirth. It's an impossible thing to happen, but it happened this time. And then I met Dharma, not only Dharma, but Mahayana teaching. It was an impossible thing to do, to meet, but it happened. So it's like today you win lottery $1 billion, so it's more than that. It's more than that. It's nothing compared to this. Perfect rebirth and major holy minor teaching that we got $1 billion. That's nothing. And so compared to the benefits of this. So the Kasura then then the Kasura. Qualified guru, the perfect qualified guru, actually Buddha, so nice Lama, many also received teachings, Sudra Tandra, so many profound, and so then many other great qualified teachers, it is so rare to meet impossible thing to me. Impossible thing to meet, but it happened this life. Like dream, all this are like dream. Like you win $1 billion through lottery, $1 billion, you found in the road, in the garbage was something, it's a little bit like that. You see, which grand jewel you found in the garbage, or some, it's a little that, something hard to believe, but it happened. You understand? But here, which can do, even you have skies, which can do, that doesn't purify, that all doesn't purify and negative karma to be born Lord realm, and that doesn't make to get a higher birth, and doesn't make to be free from samsara, doesn't make to achieve enlightenment, easy, peerless happiness. So even your own whole sky filled with which can do. You understand? But now here, Oh, you say perhaps immortal Dharma, Mahayana Spirit, Pablo Kalbar, my Guru revealing unmistaken, revealing the unmistaken. That's so important, the unmistaken.